let's give Joshua Peters a huge round of applause.
Thank you, Travis.
All right. We are going to talk about brain alchemy, but I want to set the stage because I'm sitting there at my computer desk and I'm looking at this blank screen, this document that's, the cursor is flashing. It's kind of like it's laughing at me. And the problem is I've been doing this for days, weeks really. And every time I sit down to write a workshop presentation that I want to present at this conference, these words start going through my head. Like, what if I spend all this time doing this and it just gets rejected? What if it gets accepted and then nobody comes to the talk? Or what if they come to the talk and then they think I'm an idiot and I don't know what I'm talking about? It's like, what if? Have you ever had that experience where self-doubt gets in your way, right? What if there was a way to take that doubt and turn it into confidence, to change the lead into gold? Imagine what could be possible for you. This is what we're going to talk about today. This is brain alchemy. We're going to use the concepts of the ancient alchemists and mix it with some neuroscience. So instead of your unconscious mind and your conscious mind battling, they're going to work together. And we're going to all do this together in 15 minutes. But I got to tell you a little bit about alchemies to start with. So the ancient alchemists, they were philosopher scientists. And they were fascinated with this idea of turning lead into gold, literally turning the metal lead into gold. And they tried lots of things. But because they were philosophers as well as scientists, they also were doing this same thing but internally. So as they're externally trying to turn the lead into gold, internally they're becoming better people. They're transforming themselves, their own lead of doubts and worries and fears into confidence and calm and presence. That's what brain alchemy is. It's taking these same ideas. So basically there's 3 steps in alchemy. The first step is getting clear on the shadow, the dark part, the lead. What is this thing that's in the way? I think of the lead as that part of you that you don't like, the shadow part that you don't like, that you reject. So step 1 is to confront that. Step 2, we're going to heat that up. We're going to put it in the cauldron. We're going to heat it up and get pure, get clear on what it is you actually want. And then step 3, we're going to transform the old problem and change it into something that you do want. So what I need all of you to do is just to think of something that's been a problem in your life. Now, this isn't the biggest problem that you have. We could do that, but not in 15 minutes. So think of something that has been kind of annoyance, aggravating, something that's been a minor problem for you, and just kind of hold that in your mind. Step 1 is confronting the shadow. This is this problem part. So the way that we do this, I want you to think about the last time you experienced this. Where were you? Who were you with? Really step into this moment so that you can re-experience this. What are the sounds you're hearing? What are you feeling? For me, as I'm sitting in front of that screen, I'm feeling this kind of thing in my gut. It's a heaviness. Great. So you've got this feeling. And what's interesting is the brain doesn't understand the difference between imagining something and something actually happening. This is why if you imagine pulling a yellow shiny lemon out of your refrigerator, slicing it with the juice kind of squirting out, and then picking it up, putting it in your mouth, taking this nice big bite of that juicy lemon, your mouth starts to water, puckering up a little bit because the brain doesn't know the difference. And that's what we're doing. We're activating this part of the brain responsible for the problem, confronting the shadow. Which leads us to step 2. This is really easy. Everybody stand up. turn in a circle. Sit back down. What'd you have for breakfast today? You guys are all doing great. You're doing fantastic. So what I want you to do is think about how you'd like to be different. Now, this isn't how you want somebody else to be different. How would you show up differently in that same situation that you thought of in a few moments ago? Would you need more calm? Would you need more presence? For me, I want to feel excited and confident in myself and just do the thing. So how do you want to be different in that situation? And think about a time when you actually felt that way. And it could be in any kind of context, any kind of situation. If this is helpful, you could close your eyes. It's totally okay to do that. But I want you to think about that time when you felt that other way and step into that moment so that you can feel that feeling. If it had a color, what color would it be? Or what color would you give it? If it had a shape, what shape would it be? If it had a texture, what texture would it have? How does it move in your body? Where does it start? Every feeling we have is energy, and energy moves, motion, energy in motion. So how does this move? Notice what this is like. And you can even use your breath to, I'd like to think of it like using your breath as bellows to light that flame, to get that spark really going. Yeah, that's right. And really feel into that moment, that feeling. Good. That leads us to the transformation. So now, take this good feeling that you have. Notice how it's moving through your body, breathing into it. Take this feeling and take it right back to that moment that you just were thinking about. But now, you have a new feeling. And you're going through that moment in a new way, with new experiences. Notice what's different for you as you go through that moment in the new way. How you feel, what you see, what you hear. And let that feeling take you even further now into other moments in the future where you have this new feeling and it's showing up the way you want. You're showing up the way you want. And if you like, you could even imagine that future you who's kind of beyond that old problem. The you who's put it behind him, behind them. And notice the look on their face, the way that they carry themselves, the way they breathe. And just take a moment to recognize this you who's come this far. And they might even have a message for you. Message could be words, or it could be an object, or it could be a feeling. Whatever it is, go ahead and receive that. And allow your unconscious mind to just continue to process all of this, trusting your mind to guide you wherever it needs to go. This is how we rewire the mind. Literally rewiring those neurons in your brain to change your lead into gold. It's a 3-step process. Step 1, confront the shadow. What's the thing that bothers you? Step 2, how would you like to be different? Step 3, take that new feeling, move it into that old situation, and notice what changes. To really cement this down for you, just remember the alchemists. They didn't try this one time and then have gold. They actually tried a lot of times to make gold. I don't think they ever got there, but they kept trying. They learned. They made mistakes. They became chemists. They became scientists. Their practice led to all the things we have now. And just like they had to make mistakes in practice, you can do the same thing. You can learn from your mistakes. So what I'd like you to do is think of the one thing that you can do in the next 24 hours, the smallest little thing that you can do that's going to cement this into your reality. This isn't something in your mind. This is a thing you do in the physical world to bring what we just did into reality. And then commit to taking that action. You all have all the resources that you need. And here's the thing. All you are is change. You just never know how far a little change might go. Thank you.